How's it going, everybody? Adam here. Welcome back to Pokemon Freedom. And today's episode, just doing a small recap of what I'm currently trying to work on, slash sort of touched up over the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately, as well as I said last episode, that I would do episodes every 2 weeks, I kind of found myself in a problematic situation yet again. Things have been hectic still, and I'm just going to do with the other programming series, which is the game creation of just AKG Project 1. I'm just going to try keep at least at a minimum an episode a month on YouTube here, and that's mainly so I can actually just show some decent progress. Because at the moment, if we just zoom out, I just had the idea of, well, I was going to put images in here potentially, so just sort of set that default box up that doesn't change or anything at the moment. It's going to permanently sit there, but not really, but I mean it's going to be completely blank the entire time. I did fix it so he doesn't look at me until I start talking. I don't look at him though. Anyway, like the image of whoever speaking would obviously go there. Probably put a name box on there as well potentially. Haven't fixed the waiting time on this yet. But the other thing I've been sort of attempting to do is get this guy to sort of follow me or go to a destination. So if I just put this tick on, he will just follow me. Now, the only annoying thing is he goes a bit jittery, or overshoots. That's probably because of my turning speed. Turn that back on. Oops. I gotta get rid of the left click to do the talking, because I'm always clicking it. But yeah, he will follow us forever. Should be having a stopping distance, but it's been weird lately. That one. Anyway, otherwise there's that, or we can just make him go to a destination, which is a cube up the top here. We will actually see how jittery he is. But if I stop, he's perfectly fine. So it's something to do with the camera, but I do have the camera in late update, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But I also plan to change how he's actually moving anyway. At the moment he's just using a normal navmesh agent with our, well, can't see it there, but that's our navmesh. So this little cube up here is where he's just targeting towards, as you can see. And then he'll just overshoot, stop, work his way back. For whatever reason, he was working fine before. Click on that, go back into the game. These little objects I've got down here is what I want to try to have him go to different areas depending on like a dialogue that I will give him. But yeah, that's pretty much that. They're just placeholders for now. That again don't do anything. In progress work. But the idea that I had was I made the script for the dialogue system. Let's see where I'm aiming, probably trying to get with this. I want to have this as the top layer for the system. So we have a text box manager so that, control just the text box, what's being displayed and whatnot. But have this one as changing out the images of who's talking or the names if I decide to scrap the images themselves. And let's also keep a list of everyone who's active in the dialogue part, the chat. I don't know what to specifically call it. So that would also be able to probably handle our questions a bit better and get the appropriate actor, as I have in here, or game object out here, to go do what they need to do And that's pretty much that. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how I want to lay it out. Again, I wish I'd been able to spend more time on this. But then, with the whole action thing, I figured we could put or for my text thing, so you have up here, come with, have these sort of things. And have it so if you put in, say, these brackets, if you went, let's go, you would just, you go move to as a keyword. So I've just got the 2 at the moment, but it'd be something that I'd add on to try and work out. So you'd have this, and then it'd grab the next line, or even could even put that on the same line. But no, yeah, put it on the next line. And then I could even have another subset of brackets, either these ones, or even depending on the keyword, have it move to either specific location or a specific entity name game object. So, I don't know, again, still trying to work out the specifics of the entire thing. But yeah, then we can use this, probably could do a combination with these things. So say, if we had the Umbreon talking, if we went like this, say if we went at name, so we search for these the bracket first. Just want to put it inside brackets just to make it make sense to me, because otherwise it's just I've run out of special characters to use really. That's if I start, if we just jump down here, like start using like just the opens, and just it's gonna get weird and fiddly. Unless I can work out a different way to do these, would be a way, or just have them all under the one color. I don't know. Could be range of things. Sorry. Anyway, back to this was it. So you could put it inside the brackets, just that, but then having the at name would either take the, which is not necessary. I've now realized you could just put like the name in here would be Umbreon. So when I'm writing these up, if I can spell Umbreon's name right, we just have it in there like that. He's saying, say he says everything until down here there's a new character. Just Pikachu for I'm just failing at spelling. But so that would keep Umbreon's name on there, or image, again, depending on how things would go, up until it hits another one. I could have a special case where if it's just empty, you would just leave it blank. But we just make sure to take that out. Because beforehand I was thinking of using, oops, I kicked a chord. Thinking of using the first line as keeping all the actors and everything in that would be possible to interact in with the scene. So you'd have, for what I've got at the moment, you'd have first line, the ending line, all separated by commas, and then just have a list of actors. So, again, Umbreon, which, Umbreon, probably separate them by a different separator, and continuing on until you get all of them done. But it's just, it was gonna get complicated. So again, this potentially can get complicated too, but I see this as working a little bit more robust than throwing everything in text like this. I mean, this isn't the best thing either, but until either I figure something else out or something better they can do, I'll just stick with this. But this, once I get this done, because I've got most of it done at the moment, it's in textbooks, I think. Most of it, yeah, have to get char things. But once I get it all down, it's going to be pretty easy to do. It's just a matter of remembering how I want to set things up. But anyway, either that or I go with the obvious ones. Instead of doing name like that, I'd go put them in brackets and go name, then put the name, which would be a little bit more be a little tedious, especially having to put that over everything, but it is what it is. So that's my sort of upgrade system with that, or the top layer handling dialogue system. That's that. The other thing I was thinking of doing instead of showing nothing was starting to do some assets, but again, until I think it'd be best before doing assets, hence these placeholder things, it'd be better to get most of the more mechanics, more core mechanics in and functional before I even start worrying about that. So yeah, and the other main issue I'm actually having is deciding on what to work on next. I mean, I should be working on getting some of these things actually finished to perfection, but I like working on multiple things at once. That's my problem. So attacks still just don't do anything. I still need to fix this so you don't just spam it and not move. There is a delay, but it's a delay for firing, not the whole pushback delay thing on there. They just go for ages before dying. What? Yeah, they've got lifetime of 10 seconds, I think it is. There, anyway. So that's that. Trying to think if that's about everything else. Think so. I think, yeah, that should be about it. Main things are touching up of all the things. The only reason I got the dialogue system is because I was like, scripts, what should I do? Dialogue system. There. So yeah, NPC is just gonna have I'll find it, the actual holding of the movement of all the NPC stuff. Because that's just basically where I've set the agent, net mesh agent stuff up. So yeah, essentially instead of doing a set destination, well, I can still use that, but I've got to change it so I can manually choose what they do. Because at the moment, they can't, with the way that it's set up at the moment, they can't jump, they won't be able to fly, more importantly, once I get that implemented in. So yeah, I was like, quickly, well, not even quickly, I just need to find a different solution to it. So that's my solution. So anyway, guys, unfortunately that we'll have to do it for this update overview episode, and I'm sorry again for not actually having some decent quantity. That makes sense. Decent content update to have for you, but it just unfortunate. I just can't quite get the time to dedicate to this. Although hopefully, I've said it many times, but so I've got holiday. I'm on holiday for about a week. From in a couple of days. This is actually the first time that this is being recorded relatively early, as you can see in the bottom corner. But yeah, so hopefully the next time a video is up, we will have something worth showing of a decent upgrade depending on what I have done. Otherwise, again, back to the holiday thing. Once I get back from that week, I'm going to definitely update the Poke community page and start keeping on top of that. And that'll be where more updates will go, and I'll reserve this for the larger updates. Again, would like to do this, I would like to have this go up at least once a month. There could be times where it spans longer than that though hopefully not too often. But anyway guys, that will have to do it for today, and I hope you guys are alright with the whole changes I keep throwing at you guys, and that's it. So until next time, hopefully within a month, But that's it, and I'll see you guys then. But again, until then, bye.